Hi, it's Rolex here once again with would say that this is a stalling video because I can't finish my 100 maps. Like right now it's about 50 maps down the road now. But yeah, as you can see from the title, it's Magic Find worth. TLDR, it's not. But if you want to listen to why it's not worth, I'm gonna explain to you how and why. Uh, the first thing first, you actually have a really bad itemization. You might get around with not using this amulet, but anything else is pretty much locked. You would probably swap Bisco Leech for Headhunter because, well, basically it's increased your speed by quite a lot. It increased a lot of damage. So yeah, Headhunter would probably be a good replacement, even though it's lost 5% quantity and a bunch of rarity, and also Rampage as well. But you gain a bit of damage, a bit of dexterity, strength, and stuff like that. So you actually giving up on quantity to gain a little bit more speed. And Magic Find, usually back in the old day, we have to use Wind Ripper because Wind Ripper is really powerful. It has 15% quantity of item dropped by slain frozen enemies. But Magic Find today, it's pretty much dead, I would say. You don't really gain much from using this setup anymore. You better just go with like playing in a higher tier maps, like doing a raid tier maps and stuff like that, and you would drop even more loot. You can drop I would say you could drop like synthesized map. You can even drop cortex from just killing map bosses. You could drop shaper, guardian, elder map, something like that. Pretty much all across the board. Like they are so good that you don't even need to magic find anymore to get profit. And in Ultimatum, obviously you have the Trial Master, and Trial Master gives a lot of loot, like a lot. I think I gained about half of my currency by just farming him, and then selling things that he dropped. Yeah. So Magic Find in these days are kind of outdated, and you shouldn't be able. Yeah, I mean you can do it, but I don't think it's worth money that you put in. Like I put in this character for about maybe like 40 exalts now, just by the ring. Just I don't know, like about 10x. No, not 10x each, but both of them combined could be like about 10x because this one is 6 exalt, I guess. No, it's 4 exalts because it has like good resistance, shit life. If it has like good life, it's probably like 10x. This one is just 1 exalt or 2 exalt. I don't even remember, so it's about 6 exalt there. And then a bunch of these gears are pretty much worthless, right? Pretty much worthless, except for the Fractured Thoughts with the target shots, fire additional, secondary projectiles. So that's 1 exalt. So you can start off with like really cheap. You can get Dying Sun. You can get this by about combined like 1 exalt. And then you go for Brutal Restraint. This one I dropped it myself. There's nothing there. If you want to buy them, I probably like I don't know. I don't even look at the price. I don't care. And then you don't need to use this, by the way. I mean, it's increased your damage by a lot because it just give you a lot of dexterity. And then I stack a bunch of dexterity. You can see that I have 800 dexterity. I'm using higher demise. You can use some other things as well, but I don't think it's worth this one giving you so much damage that you can't even drop them. Because if you're using Wing Ripper, you don't have any damage, so you just need damage, right? And you combine these two, you can run. I think this character can run to a 16 map, but it's not comfortable with 200, with like 2600 life. That's terrible. I ran with Inspired Learning as well, so overall, just like go speed, just kill fast and just steal some monsters modifiers, and you can sometimes be fast, sometimes slow. But then when I replaced my Headhunter, this character would skyrocket to about 100 and 60, 170 exalts worth of a character. And to be fair, that's not worth the currency at all that you put in. But you can use Headhunter with like any character, right? So Hunter is not, it's not mandatory for the build, but I think the build is kind of bad these days because you don't really gain much currency at all. With my setup right now, I have 55% quantity and another 50% quantity if you kill a normal monster. So that's about 105% if you kill normal monster. I think for the magic monster is double the the quantity the quantity of item drop by the magic monster. If you, I mean, if like a normal monster has like 1% drop, the magic would have 2%, and the rare would probably have about like 5%. I don't know the number, but it obviously doesn't give much for the Bisco color. You can go with like something else, like something like I have on sale here, something like this with like 10% quantity or something, and I think it would get you much more loot because you can kill more magic monsters and drop a bunch of loot that way. And overall, I think Magic Find is really in a bad state, and you shouldn't do it. It's, I mean, it's good because like you don't really spend much currency to start, and then you can just go farm lower tier map. But then when you get enough currency to make any other build that can run rate tier map, you can just do that. I think I ran about 200 or 300 maps to get about 10 exalts worth, or maybe about 10-20 exalts worth, and most of them came from the divine orb selling. So I think if you want to just start doing what I'm doing right now, you're basically just doing something else. It's much better. You can go for essence farming. This one gonna profit you a lot. You can go for emblematic. It's not gonna be that good anymore because like the price is kind of meh. You can go nemesis farming when you have enough currency, right? So there's so many ways you can make profit and don't do magic finder. And magic finder is not gonna do that much for you. And in the end, I will keep doing what I'm doing right now because I want to get all of my card. I'm not gonna show you any card because it's not finished of this episode yet. So yeah, it's not gonna be. But I would say we're not close, right? We actually like have a long way to go for the divination cards. I need to get 64 of them, and I would tell you this: we haven't got to half of it. So that's at least that's go out. That's go out into the world, and it's not worth just farming this map like in a lower tier map. I'm gonna say you this like 100 times. If you want to do this, I think you shouldn't do it. Like there's no world that you would do this if you're not like making contents or something. It's not worth. I mean, you can start with like, okay, let's farm some divine orb, right? Let's farm some wild and sell them, and then you go for something else. Like I'm pretty sure you can make 20 exalts worth in this zone, right? In this zone, then you just make about like a lot of currency by just farming divine, and then you just go do something else. Because divine orb, essentially, it's not gonna be as fast at doing like something like a Harvey or something like essence and ritual, of course. So yeah, that's my idea. If you want to do this, you can make it for a starting character or a starting like, okay, if you want to make currency, how do you start? This one is the easiest one. You get a fucking rare strongbox every single time you put an ambush scarab in. It's about 2 chaos each, and you're never gonna lose currency doing this. Even you're not running magic find. You don't need to run magic find, by the way, if you want to farm this zone, because the magic find, the quantity here doesn't affect your strong boxes because it's only dropped by slain monsters. So you're not slaying the box. The boxes drop stuff, but you're not slaying them. So, well, magic find doesn't do anything at all. You can just run any normal build in a higher tier map, then you can get some good loot, and you can get something that the awakening bonus offers you as well. TLDR, I should have said this in the beginning, but it's fine. I'm gonna say it right now. Don't do this, please. For the love of God, do not do magic find. if you love yourself, do not do Magic Find. It's not worth. If you can do Magic Find in a higher tier map, yes, go for it. It's a little bit of extra quantity, but in the end, I think make a strong build that can kill all the bosses. It's much more profit. You can kill like all these bosses. It will make you a lot of currency if you get them for free. Do not buy them if you don't know how to farm them. Do not buy them. Just run maps, and sometimes you get boss drops and stuff like that. You go and kill them, and when you get the Conqueror, of course, and the Cyrus, go kill them, fight them, and you get some loot, you get some gem, you get some awakened gem, you get some watchstone, something like that. You can sell all those things, and you upgrade your character get more powerful, and you can do more harder contents. And well, it's kind of spiral in terms of like loop of getting stronger and getting more currency. That's just the way I think the game should be played. I do not think Magic Find it's like the way that GG loves, so they just keep nerfing them or just like keep dishing them into the ground, and it's really hard to pull off now these days. But that's gonna be it, guys. If you like the video, don't forget to click like and subscribe as well, because, well, I mean, you should do it if you watch it until the end. But that's gonna be it, guys. This is my thoughts on Magic Find. If you have any idea, if you want to share something, you can link down below. You can comment down below as well. I will read them. I read all of them, even if it's like maybe you can click dislike if you don't like my idea. But yeah, I will read all of the comments that, if you have any, to talk about the Magic Find. I think Magic Find it's really fun, and well, it's not interactive or something like that, but it's fun to play. To see more loots, and well, you can see more loot, of course, but it's not that much different now because the league offers so much, and then they also Atlas stuff offer you too much of loot anyway, so giving you too much reward, so you don't really need Magic Find. Magic Find is just like a fun archetype that will probably be dead by now, and I think in the future it probably get less and less popular and nobody really care about it. But if you're playing solo so far, I think Magic Find is another story. Magic Find in solo so far is absolutely amazing because you can farm much faster, even 5% faster. It's still worth it. But that's gonna be it, guys. If you like, just click a like and subscribe for my channel as well. Bye. See you in the next video.